1920. America just survived a world war. Women just got the right to vote 2 months ago, and I am standing outside the most powerful house on earth. Nobody knows I'm coming. America in 1920 is at a crossroads. The war is over, but the world feels unstable. There are 106 million Americans right now, and almost none of them have a telephone, a refrigerator, or a radio. The White House in 1920 is lived in by President Woodrow Wilson, except right now he's bedridden after a stroke, and his wife Edith is secretly running the country. I am not making that up. Woodrow Wilson had a massive stroke in October 1919. He could barely speak or move. For 18 months, his wife Edith decided which documents he saw, which decisions got made, and who got access to the president. America's first female president, and no one knew. The East Room. In this room, Abraham Lincoln's body was laid out after his assassination. In this room, Theodore Roosevelt's kids roller skated home. In 1920, it sits mostly empty because a dying president won't leave his bedroom upstairs. The President of the United States in 1920 is eating porridge, soft eggs, and mashed vegetables every single day. Because his stroke made the most powerful man in the world eats like a baby in a palace.
Woodrow Wilson barely came to this room in 1920. Edith brought paperwork to his bedroom. This desk has had decisions made at it that changed the entire map of the world, literally. The borders of Europe were redrawn right here after WW1. 2 months ago, and in November, for the first 10 years of fighting, a man been nominated with the President Joseph Stalin. After 72 years of fighting. This is how the President of the United States communicates. You shout into this part, you listen at this part.
Prohibition began in January 1920. Alcohol is now completely illegal in America, but here's the thing, the White House wine cellar still has thousands of bottles from before the ban. The president is technically allowed to keep them. The law bans selling alcohol, not drinking what you already owned, of course.
This is the Lincoln bedroom. Abraham of the weathers who are the one in this room. The White House in 1920 has over 70 staff. They live and work in the parts of this tourists never see if a purse had their
Suffragettes picketed outside these exact gates for 3 years, from 1917 to 1919. They were arrested. Some were force-fed in prison when they went on hunger strike. And 2 months ago, they won. This garden looks peaceful now. It was not always peaceful. Behind that door is Woodrow Wilson. He has been president since 1913. He won WW1. He created the League of Nations. He got the Nobel Peace Prize. Ending. In November 1920, the scandal-ridden presidents in American history. But right now, nobody knows that yet.
Out there, no welfare system, no social security, no minimum wage. A quarter of American earns 200 primaries Mary's school. The Spanish flu just killed 50 million people globally. And yet in here, shield years, gilded mirrors. This map is 1 year old, and it is completely different from the map that existed in 1914. Some of those border decisions are still causing wars today. In one house, a dying president, a secret female ruler, a wine cellar full of illegal alcohol, freshly won women's rights, and a map that just...
Woodrow Wilson left the White House in March 1921. He moved 3 blocks away and spent the last 3 years of his life sitting in a chair, watching silent films, almost unable to speak. The most powerful man in the world, 3 blocks from the most powerful house in the world. The White House isn't just a building. Every single era leaves a different version of it. In 1920, it was a sick room, a conspiracy, a symbol of a world trying to figure out what came next.